today I'm going to write a persuasive text about handwriting. So my title is Handwriting Should Be Taught in Schools. This is what I believe, and I've already outlined some of my reasons for why I believe this. So after I've done my brainstorm about the reasons why, I've ranked them from the most important to the least important. The first part I'm going to do is introduce my topic. I'm going to introduce my topic with a rhetorical question. It is my hook. So I'm going to say, do you really? And I know that a lot of people think this, that computers and electronic devices will take over handwriting. So this is my question, my hook to draw in the reader. The next sentence I'm going to write is, it is scary to think that technology has taken over from teaching handwriting. In the beginning paragraph, I'm going to outline some of the reasons I'm going to talk about within my text. The first reason is that I believe handwriting is a necessary life skill because it's important for fine motor, and this fine motor can be used for tying up shoelaces, doing buttons up, eating with a knife and fork. So this is all practice. Practice makes us really good at something. So I'm going to use that as my most important reason. So I'm going to say handwriting is a necessary life skill that must be taught to improve children's fine motor skills. The second reason I'm going to outline is it makes for a more confident student in a school, because if the student can't do or can't write, they stand out as being different, and they don't like this. Therefore, they will lack confidence. So I'm going to say that as my second reason. So becoming confident students in class and adults with a good job is my third reason. So if I can't handwrite or write legibly, that's a good technical word to use, I won't be able to get a good job. I'm going to use an example, some of that emotive language to persuade the reader that if they're not confident, they don't get a good job, therefore they can't buy a nice house or a beautiful house and a nice car. So I'm going to include that in my introductory paragraph. So becoming confident students in class and adults with a good job that pays them enough money to afford to buy with a good job that pays them enough money to afford, I'm going to say, a good car and I'm going to use just car because I've already used the word good, a car and an adjective there to describe the house, and a beautiful house. I think everybody wants to grow up and have lots of money to buy these things, so that is a very important reason. So my reasons have been outlined here, from the most persuasive or the most important reason that I think to the least important reason. So there's 3 reasons that I'm going to write about. So my first paragraph with my first reason, I'm not going to say firstly or secondly, I'm just going to go straight into it. Teaching handwriting at a young age is extremely, I'm going to use that word, important. It's a persuasive word, it's a feeling word, it's something that will engage the reader to think, wow, she is meaning something. She is very confident about what she's writing about. She wants to persuade me to believe her. I'm going to say it is more than just words on paper. Remembering I'm writing for an adult audience. I'm going to scroll down to see if I can fit in the rest of my paragraph. Now, finger, hand and arm movements are required for handwriting. Of course they are. Handwriting is a fine motor skill that benefits children's minds and their ability to handle tasks that need a steady hand. Now I'm going to use some examples here. I can put a full stop there and then put a capital letter for example, comma, but I'm going to use a conjunction like eating properly with a fork, typing, or doing up buttons on clothing. All important skills that we need to know. As children grow, they learn to use these muscles, bones, and I'm going to change that. As children grow, they learn about how the muscles, bones, and brain work together to produce handwriting. So that's really important because all those things work together to produce really good handwriting. So I'm going to use some important people that have an influence over handwriting and teachers. And I'm going to call them educators. That's more of a technical word. There are lots of people involved in education, not only teachers. So I'm going to put educators believe. Now I'm not sure that they do believe, but I'm pretty sure they do. So educators believe that the development of a child's brain, so the brain belonging to the child, is affected taught handwriting. Oops, let me fix that. Is affected if not taught handwriting. So I've pointed out that handwriting is really important as an educator or a scientist or whoever you want to include in your text. These people, these very important people, have an opinion as well. Now I don't know exactly if they do, but I'm pretty sure they would. And I'm going to say educators believe that the development of a child's brain is affected if not taught handwriting. Now I can Google that and look that up on the internet to make sure, but I don't have time to do that. I'm just going to put that in. I'm now up to my second reason, my second paragraph, and I'm not going to start off with secondly.